This dating world, what does it become? So you're talking, you're getting to know someone, and you seem like you really have interest. You want to maybe meet, and then you get ghosted? Like, why are we not adults? Why can't you just say, hey, I'm not interested?
I agree with you, but if you look at it from a man's perspective, you'll find out that he ghosted you for the only reason of not wanting to deal with the headache that comes after that. If a woman said to a man she's not interested, he's gonna take it on the chin and move on. Not all men, but the majority will. But if a man said to a woman he's not interested, well, you know what happens. And again, not all women, but the majority do react poorly and can't handle being rejected. But for me personally, I would tell you I'm not interested. Good luck and hope you have a great life. That's it. And if you start nagging me or arguing with me about it, I'm not going to respond to you. Simple as that.
I really wish he existed, so that on my walk home I could tell him about my day, ask him about his, see what he wanted for dinner, send stupid little memes, and just have someone to talk to every day as I walk home.
I am 100% sure that there is a guy like that in your life. You just don't want to see it. I don't know, I might be wrong because I don't know you personally. But women generally list these good traits that they want in a man. And when a man gives them that, they don't want it. That's why it's always better to watch a woman's action rather than listening to what she says. And this skill can be applied to people in general. Don't listen to what people say they want. Watch their actions instead and make decisions based on that.
I'm in the middle of getting ghosted by a man that I've been seeing for a few months, and it seems to be happening a lot to my girlfriends that they're getting ghosted by these guys that they've been dating. And I just wanted to ask a question. Are straight men okay? Are straight men okay? That you think just stopping communicating a woman is a way to communicate that you want to end things? Because that's fucking mental. It'll take 2 seconds to write a little text going, hey, I'm not feeling this anymore. I wish you all the best. It's been great hanging out. Good luck.
You know, I had an idea like that once.
Yes, straight men are fine. I can say that they couldn't have been better. This goes back to the first point I made, but I just want to add one more thing for the women. If you get ghosted, take it on the chin and move on. Not all men are interested in you as you think. That's delusional thinking. If you get ghosted, assume that things have ended and don't respond to another text from that man.
So I have been ghosted for the first time in my new dating ventures, and it sucks. I mean, I'm okay because I'm a really strong person, and it was, you know, it was new, it was fresh. My question is, why do people do it to each other? Like, how do you go from texting somebody multiple times a day to memes, good night beautiful, to the next day like just nothing, next day just nothing?
This woman thinks that she got ghosted because the guy didn't text her that day. This is ridiculous. I got news for you. People have to do. Nobody's going to sit there texting you all day long.
All right, this is going to be an episode of Rate My Date from my Sunday brunch. So here goes. Overall, I'm going to tell you that I give this date a 3 out of 10, and here's why. He looked like his pictures, pretty much, a little heavier than his pictures, but he was tall, he was attractive, he was successful, he was smart. He picked a great restaurant. All those things are great, so I'm going to give him props for that. But I will tell you, here I go again on another date with someone that asks me not one question. He does not know where I live, what I do for a living, how old my kid is. He knows nothing about me. Nothing. And I hate those, what's your favorite color? I don't mean that, but just a regular conversation back and forth like a tennis match. I asked him a ton of questions. He didn't ask me anything back. It was actually weird. At the end of the date, I really got the impression that he was a player, but he told me he wanted to see me again. When I said to him, you don't know anything about me, he said, what do I need to know about you? I know that I'm attracted to you. What? Holy shit.
I don't know what to say to this, honestly. You guys tell me. I want to hear your thoughts on this in the comments section. But if there is one thing I get from this clip, is that your impression of him might be right. I don't think he's taking you seriously.
Okay, is it that men just don't want to commit anymore? I was reading an article on that the other day. It said it's like the new norm. Like it's okay for men not to want to commit anymore like they used to. Or is it that they have too many options now with all these dating sites and, you know, women willing to be in open relationships? But what I know for me is that I really don't know if I'll ever meet someone of substance that truly wants, you know, what I want. And it's sad. You know, I never thought I'd be going through this.
I'm going to assume that you are a middle-aged woman, and I don't understand this thing about middle-aged women, but when they reach a certain age, they start looking for a guy to commit to them. There is nothing wrong with that, but I would also assume that the same women that want commitment in their 30s did not care about it when they were in their 20s. And that tells you that when they were in their 20s, they were playing around. That's why playing around with your life like that has consequences. If a man played around in his 20s and didn't get his life together in his 30s, society says to him, you are a loser. How did you fuck up your life? And it's the same thing for women also. You can't trick life on time.
Met a guy on Facebook dating. We talked for about 3 weeks. We did an initial stop by his work to say hi. So finally the weekend came. We were gonna spend the weekend together. My kids were at their dad's house. It was gonna be great fun. He came over, he brought over beer. I had a drink. We sat on the couch and talked for 45 minutes. Thought it was going great. He got up and said he needed to have a smoke. I said, sure, go in the front yard or backyard. He said, I'll go to the front yard. My car's out there and that's where I have my smokes. So 20 minutes go by and he doesn't come. And I'm like, where did he go? So I go and I look outside to see if maybe he was talking to a neighbor or something. No, he was gone. He ghosted me in the middle of our date. Never heard from him again.
My man just dipped. He did not say a word. He just dipped. No, but in all seriousness, that was a bad move from his side. If you didn't miss a detail on your story, because I don't know if you're telling the truth or not, but that was a bad move from his side.
So if you want to know why we're tired, and yes, that's tears and snot on my robe, and I don't even care. I'll tell you why we're fucking tired. I started talking to a guy a couple of weeks ago, just casually. And we started talking more this week, the last few days, and he lives in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I was gonna be going down there this weekend on my way to Little Rock to see a friend, and we made plans to go out. And so we're talking today, and he says, I don't really want to wait till Friday to see you. And I said, well, just come up here today, just being very casual about it. And he said, you mean it? And I said, yeah. And he called me, he said, well, I'm halfway there. And I was like, all right, will you send me the snapshot so I can do the TikTok? And he goes, yeah. And I never heard from him again. And he fucking blocked me. And this has been going on for 2 days. Or 3 days, but all day today. I went to the grocery store, I bought all this stuff to cook for him, and I just don't get it. It's what the fuck? Why would you do that to somebody?
Bro, this is just sad to watch. I have no words. And at the same time, I don't know if this is true or not. If it is, I am sorry to hear that. But because of my experiences with some women, some of them would do anything to not take the blame. Don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about this woman specifically. I'm just talking about my experience with some women. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Tell me in the comments section.